Okay, so I finished my playlist, Reflections on Life, and I'll show you a little bit later some of the songs that are on this playlist. So this is the playlist. I started with songs that make me cry. I don't know why, but I did. So One More Day, Skin, Concrete Angel. I don't know which version of Landslide I like better. There's a Fleetwood Mac version and the Chicks, so I put them both on here. Then Wide Open Spaces, In the End, My Next 30 Years, and I kind of just stopped going for the ones that make me cry, just to the ones that make me really reflect on life and think a lot. So then there's like In Color, Imagine Dragons, Demons, Skyscraper. This is actually about Demi Lovato's like struggle with depression. Fix You, 5 More Minutes, Wake Me Up When September Ends, I Walk the Line. And then some of these just aren't going to make sense to you because you haven't lived my life, but there's like Standing Still by Jewel, Safe and Sound, a Taylor Swift song, Hurt by Christina Aguilera, She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5, which probably doesn't make much sense, along with Fireflies by Owl City, and then Breathe by Faith Hill, Live Like You Were Dying, and then This Is Me Trying, Stay, 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 and Run. Okay, so I created what I'm considering my summer playlist. It's all the like books or all the music that makes me think and makes me feel and just reflect on life. I don't know. I'm in that kind of mindset, if that makes sense. So while I listen to that summer playlist, I am also feeling very nostalgic, so reread a favorite. So I think, let's see, I'm going to be rereading After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read this already. You can see my tear marks in this book. So I guess I just want to make myself cry. This follows Lauren and Ryan, who are married. I think they've been married for 5 years. And they're basically at their breaking point for their marriage. But they also don't want to break up. They don't want to go through a divorce. They don't have children, but they decide to take a year pause from their marriage. So they're not allowed to call each other. They're not allowed to talk or anything for that year. And then in a year, they're going to come back together and talk about what their life is like and if they see each other in it. And I'm not crying. You're crying. part 1 of After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid is over. So I'm in part 2, which is called November Rain. I'm 72 pages into this book. And here's the thing. I haven't read this in so long. Like, I want to say like 2016, so 10 years. 10 years ago I read this. And here's something I don't really talk about. But in 2015, before my husband and I got married, when we were dating, we had a real bad year. We were horrible to each other. We were just like, we fought over everything. He looked at me the wrong way and I would just like, wah! And you know, I talked to him in a tone and he would, bah! And like, I know I can laugh about it now, but oh my gosh, that year was horrendous. But we ended up like, we said we were taking a break, and I went back home to Vancouver with my mom, and we were supposed to not talk to each other, and that didn't work because neither one of us really wanted to break up. But at the time, we were not good at communication, and sometimes we still have those times where we're not great at communication. But oh my gosh, Ryan and Lauren, oh my god, like, the first 70 pages of this is just the setup of them, like, their whole relationship. You're getting to know their relationship and what it started from and how it is now. And like, they're not kind to each other. They're both kind of rude, and they both have admitted that they no longer love the other one. And so Ryan came up with this plan to take a year off of marriage, or just like break up for a year, but on paper stay married. The only rule is that they can't contact each other. So he's like getting ready to move out. And my heart is like, oh, I'm back to that 2015 girl who was going through some stuff with her boyfriend. But this is like larger because they're married. Although, I don't know. I think the waterworks are coming. that picked this book to reread. But I'm gonna blame Danny. Danny, why did you make me read this? So I finished After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was my nostalgic reread for the Summer Readathon that Danny from Danny Dabbles is hosting. I love this book so much. It hurts my heart. It breaks me so gently and so perfectly that I could not stop crying. If you have not read After I Do, you follow Lauren and Ryan, who are this married couple. They've been married for like 6 years, or together for 6 years. Anyways, they decide that because they've been awful to each other, so they decide that they're going to take a year pause. And they're not allowed to talk to each other. They're not allowed to reach out. And they can basically date whoever they want. They can do whatever they want for that year. And it's all about, especially Lauren, she was like, well, I don't need him for anything. And like, she's not saying that to be rude. It just seems like at the beginning of their relationship, they needed each other. They relied on each other, but then you get so accustomed to like your own life, your own marriage, that like you don't really always need someone. You choose them every single day. You want them, you love them. And this is just such a beautifully heartbreaking novel about marriage and about love and maybe a little smidge of romance, but this is not a romance book. It's a literary fiction, and it will break you into pieces. I don't know how I'm gonna recover. It's not the first time I've read this book, but I love this book so much. And this will be the first book. So I just posted this video going over all my challenges for myself. And one of my goals / challenges is to reread every single book on my TBR, or on my physical collection, that I claim are favorite books. This has cemented itself as an all-time favorite book of mine. It was wonderful. There are 4 other reading challenges, or reading prompts for the Summer Readathon. I don't know what they are right now, and I don't know what my next read is gonna be. I just need some recovery. Okay, I picked my next read. It's gonna be the novella from Danny's thing right here. Prompt list from the Summer Readathon. So it is read a novella, and I'm gonna pair it. I was gonna pair it with Watch the Sunset because it's an audiobook. It's 2 hours if I listen to it at 1 speed. I don't, so it'll be really quick. I was gonna sit out, watch the sunset, kind of just walk around. Unfortunately, it is it's kind of dark and stormy out there. So I'm gonna skip the sunset. I'm gonna make a citrus or a berry themed dessert while I listen to this audiobook. I found a recipe for, they're called orange glazed buttermilk biscuits. I don't know what I was expecting from this, but it's so good. It's got like this grapefruits like kind of flavor. So it's a grapefruit biscuit, but so like sugary and sweet and delicious.
And it's so sugary.
And so good.
Yes.
Last bite. But I also wanted to update you on the murders of Molly Southbourne, right? This is weird. Like clones that are trying to kill you. Oh, it's really fun so far. All right, so my camera accidentally went into S&Q mode, I think. So it's like slow and quiet or something. I don't know. It means that it's in slow motion and that there's no sound. So let me tell you what's going on here. I started Colty by Mariana Zapata. I was nearly 100 pages into it. And I was thinking about DNFing this book because I was so bored by the characters and the story itself. And honestly, our main male character, Colty, was kind of a jerk. So I just didn't understand how I knew that he was going to be the love interest. He's not yet. And we're already 100 pages into the book. But I thought, yeah, that's who's going to be the love interest. And like, he's mean. I don't like him. I'm not even at all rooting for them. So I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth with Colty to begin with. Let's see. All right, 478 pages into the book, and they finally kissed. Like, it took almost 500 pages for anything to happen, as far as the relationship is concerned. So, if you are a slow burn queen, a slow burn princess, please read Mariana Zapata. She is the queen of slow burn, and I know that a lot of people are afraid to read Mariana Zapata books because she is so beloved, but she's also like slow burn. If you read a Mariana Zapata book, you're gonna get a slow burn book. But I definitely started like really wanting them to get together around the 300 page mark. But I had to wait till page 478. And it was just a kiss. Oh man, I'm guessing it's going to be a voiceover for the rest of this vlog. So I apologize that I changed the settings by accident. But I finished Colty by Mariana Zapata, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3-star. However, with that being said, that it didn't have the magical spark that other Mariana Zapata books have that I've read. I just wasn't 1,000,000% invested. I wasn't 100% invested in this relationship. Yes, when they finally kissed, it was like, yes, they finally kissed. But I don't know what it was missing. But for me, it was only average for a romance, which is sad to say because the other 2 Mariana Zapata books that I've read were 5 stars. And I really thought Mariana Zapata was going to be an automatic 5-star author for me. But there was just something missing in this. And it has all the right stuff. It has the soccer coach and the soccer player and will they or won't they? But I don't know. I feel like he was just too mean at the first 100 pages. I was like, he's mean. He's awful. I don't want them together. But I also wasn't a huge fan of Sal either. So I was just like, I'm reading it just to read it at this point. And I did finish it, but I just feel badly that I didn't absolutely love this book. It was fine. If you want to give it a shot, go for it. But I can't scream it praise from I would the other books by this author that I've read. Okay, so for a lovable duo, I read No Dumb Questions by Jason and Travis Kelsey. They are big in the sports world, and honestly, I got sent proof of this book, and I thought it would be really funny to read it and be like, haha, Taylor Swift made Travis Kelsey famous, but obviously that's not true. It's just, I know that makes some people mad. This was a fine book. It was told in interview format. I have, however, found out that everything that was in the book, it has been on their podcast before. So it was just kind of a transcript of their podcast, which is fine. I don't think I was the intended audience for it, but it was fine. I never rate nonfiction. And so I don't really have anything good or bad to say. It was just fine, but I definitely was not the intended audience. Then I think I'm just going to continue to voiceover. I watched Barbie and was getting Barbie with my son, and I was going to count that as movie night. And I was going to count movie night with Love by a Landslide. However, that's cheating. I did read Love by a Landslide by KL something. It was fine. Gave me Love Naturally vibes by Sophie Solomon. And I don't know. It was fine. I feel very blah towards the end of this reading vlog, but everything I was reading was just fine. I did, however, really love the movie Barbie. It was amazing. It was hilarious, and it was just so good. I was like, I'm never gonna watch that movie because Barbie, I'm 30 something years old. I don't need Barbie in my life. But you know what? My son and I watched it, and I was gonna count it for movie night with friends while I was reading Love by a Landslide. I was going to count the new place that I went with the lovable duo is their podcast, and I did go check out their podcast, but it's not really a new place. So technically, although I hit every prompt almost except for the new location, I did not hit hard mode, and I will say that, but I very much so did enjoy most of these books. At least I enjoyed this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I'm sorry that the audio and the slow motion and everything happened. I know how to fix it, so I'm gonna try to fix it before my next reading vlog. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!